Good afternoon and welcome to J.J. Isaacson Field at Seymour Smith Park. It's opening day for the Corn Belt League. My name is Jaden Taylor. Alongside me, Max Coughlin. We got the corn out here. You are celebrating the corn out here for this summer ball action. We got a great matchup to start off this season. The reigning CBL champions, the Filth Ballers, taking on the Omaha Black Sox.
Trying to add on to that total here. He lifts this one deep into left field. Tirso Ornelas going back. It's over his head. Hackenberg's going to come around from third. Martin is just on his tracks right behind him. The throw from Merrill is not in time. Fry will throw back to third as Pajes will be struck down. But nonetheless, it's going to be a 2 RBI double for Andy Pajes. And the Desert Dogs add on to their lead. It's now 6-3.
Payoff pitch as Layden looks for a second strikeout of the day. That one driven into center field as Tanner Black will have to run and diving play. Tanner Black, how do you do? Runs straight in from center field, dives and makes the play, and a big first out here in the third.
It's a slider, 4-pitch mix guy. We'll see what he can do here in the 2-1. This one driven down the right field line, and that one is out of here. 3-run shot for Addison Barger, and just like that, the Salt River Raptors are back in this ballgame. Off the bat, you knew that one was getting out of here, and it's 5-3. The Raptors still trail here in the first, but the offense has shown off so far.
Pitch to him, this one driven into right center field. Danny Spongberg coming on, it's going to get over his glove. Extra bases here for Luke Killinger. He's going to head to third. 2 runs are going to come in on a 2 RBI stand-up triple for Luke Killinger, and the Royal Blue Dogs take the lead back 7-6. Layden so far today, the line 6 2/3, 4 hits allowed, no runs, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. And he finds himself ahead 0-2 now, and the Rail Riders down to their final strike. It's been a second just immaculate outing from Zane Layden. Can he finish it off here 0-2 to Cody Heidenreich? That one swing and a miss in the dirt. Throw on to first from Julin is in time. And the Bombers move on to 4-3 from an incredible outing from Zane Layden. And 2-0 is your final.
Globe out of Creighton Club teams, actually one of the presidents of that group. Is there another opportunity for guys going to college to get opportunities playing baseball? As he drives that one down the left field line. Globe will head to second, try to work for extra bases. Strong throw in from Cade Owens is not in time. And for the 3rd straight inning, the Rail Riders have a runner on here to start off the inning.
Boy, did he walk a fine line right there down the third base line, took that pitch, took everything with it, and just took it right down the line. Beautiful hit. Closer play at second than I thought it was going to be, but the Rail Riders have business on second with no outs.
That was a much-needed double for Globe, who's struggled out of the bottom of the lineup this season, just hitting 192. That was actually his first extra base hit of this season, so now we flip the lineup card over for the Rail Riders and see Braden Arcer, who I think the biggest thing we think about him is speed. Archer, after singling on a flare to left, went to second on a pass ball, stole third, and then came home on a wild pitch. It was the first run of the day for the Rail Riders.
Beautiful pitch right there to even the count at 1-1. That was a way to utilize that outer half of the zone. Now you got Archer kind of questioning whether he wants to attack that outer half or protect maybe still the inner half of the zone.
Outfield playing more pull side as Caleb Copeland really working about 5 to 10 feet more towards right field. Poteet puts another one in the dirt, and that's kind of been an issue for Poteet, not seeing his normal ability to find in the zone. Again, we did mention the walk totals this season haven't been horrible. 11 walks this season compared to 20 strikeouts coming into this one, but it's just fallen behind in a lot of counts here today and has given a lot of fastballs over to the plate to these Rail Riders. So far today, 35 pitches, 21 of them been strikes. He's kind of let go at times. It's giving the Rail Riders kind of this squeeze room for them to find themselves runs. 2-2 pitch coming here from Archer. That one outside for a ball, moves the count full.
You can definitely tell both these pitchers are utilizing that outer half of the zone. It doesn't seem to matter for this home plate umpire if it's a lefty or righty at the plate. He's still going to work that outer half of the zone. So these pitchers have just got to attack that because these hitters don't seem comfortable poking that one out.
A very consistent zone so far from the home plate umpires. You see Braden Archer call time. This one driven down the right field line. That one's going to get down. And Braden Archer is 2 for 2 on the day. He's going to head to second, but Garrett Globe was stopped at third. I thought that was an easy RBI for Braden Archer, but somehow Jonathan Francisco, the third base coach, held up Globe at third. And the double now only advances Globe 1 base. Now 2 runners in scoring position with nobody gone here, and for the third straight inning, we see Poteet in a little bit of an odd scenario.
I thought the moment that ball was hit that Globe was going to be able to score on that, but Jonathan Francisco had other ideas, and maybe they want to get more on base for the key part of your lineup, Baker, Einerson, and Urban. So maybe you kind of want to give those guys more chances at RBIs.
This one driven into center. And amazing diving play by Caleb Copeland. Both runners are going to tag up and move 90 feet, so a run does come in. But Copeland laid out for that ball in right center field and takes away possibly an extra base hit from Gabriel Baker. It'll count as a sac fly, and the Rail Riders now lead 3-0.
Caleb Copeland ran a long way for that ball, and he went full parallel with the ground to get that. Got the out. Granted, a run did score, but you got to applaud the effort right there from Caleb Copeland right there on that catch.
That'll bring up Derek Enertson, the left fielder, with a runner still on third. That's Braden Archer. The infield is now in here for the Crop Dusters. He'll drive this one to right. Caleb Horner retrieving back. He's able to make the catch, but it's deep enough for Braden Archer to come in on an easy sac fly. Back-to-back sac flies after back-to-back doubles. And the Rail Riders tack on one more. It's 4-0.
If you're Thatcher Poteet, this is a clean slate. You got 2 outs, nobody on base. Granted, you've given up 4 runs, but wipe that from your head. You've got to have a short memory and just attack this hitter.
Poteet working quickly. Sees the curveball right there, falling there for a strike. This is A.J. Urban now, struck out to end off the first, and his first at-bat of the day. 0-1 pitch coming from him. Did he go? They say he does on the off speed, way outside the zone. And Urban shaking himself a little bit of that one.
Urban got froze by a curveball in the first pitch and then was reaching for a fastball on the second pitch. We'll see if maybe he can drop one in the dirt because Urban's got a little bit of plate discipline problems going on here.
Poteet tries to get him to chase once again. See the count now move to 1-2. Poteet trying to finally get out of this inning. Gets him to chase strike 3. A.J. Urban chases it 2 pitches outside the zone, and Poteet able to get his 4th strikeout of the day. However, 2 doubles by Garrett Globe and Braden Archer. They end up coming in on 2 sac flies from Gabriel Baker and Derek Enertson. And the Rail Riders add 2 more. It's 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Back here to wrap this one up at J.J. Isaacson Field, our first of 2 here on Tuesday Night Baseball. The Rail Riders win this one 7-1. They score in the first 3 innings, add another 3 in the 6th. I'm with our Kelly Supply Company player of the game, Whit Rogers. Whit, you're 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles, 2 runs, and 2 walks. And the biggest, moment for you today was
the signal over to right, but a bat flip that probably went 15 feet in the air. You've been the biggest personality, at least in my opinion, in this league this season. You have a lot of fun out there on the field. I mean, what's that like for you?
Oh, it's amazing, man. To come out here and play God's greatest game, it's unbelievable we get to do this. And I can't even believe it. This is a great league. You know, we see good arms, have great competition. It's just fun to get out there and play.
So for you, you come from Arkansas, had a time at Texas A&M, Texarkana. It's a long drive here up to Omaha, Nebraska. I know you're staying with two other players out from West Virginia, Westland. I know you talked a little bit to one of them today on the mound. Take us through a little bit of that talk over to Jack Tilton.
Oh, he was telling me that he was just going to gas me up. He told me he was throwing a fastball. I didn't believe him, but I still made it at bat, still got my hands through and just blooped it over. And it's just all about character then, just rubbing in his face. He didn't beat me.
All right, for you, I mean, not a lot of guys have been able to beat you recently. You struggled a little bit to an extent to start off this season, but the last 3 weeks have been an table turn for you. You're hitting over 300 now, and have just been one of the most consistent bats out of the middle of this lineup. What switched for you?
Instead of just getting out front and just taking a simple load, I tried to double load, and it's just keeping me smooth, stayed back, and just seeing the ball real good right now. See everything. See curveball. Like my second at bat, I saw 2 curveballs in a row, and I knew he was coming back. Came back 5 in a row, and just got a walk out of it and felt good.
All right, so we're headed into the 6th week of this season here. Just about 2 more weeks until we get to playoff time. You guys are now 8-10, working more towards the middle of the pack, trying to drive up a little bit towards some of the topper teams, the Bombers and the Haymakers. What do you guys have to do to continue this momentum?
We just got to keep pitching, keep swinging the bat. We had a big problem, just keep looking at pitches that are down the middle to begin with. If we just get on it and attack fastballs, we'll be pretty good and just throw strikes. We've got a great defense, and we'll just get across the field, and if they can, I can always help them out on the digs.
Can always work. Thank you so much, Whit. Our Kelly Supply Company player of the game, Whit Rogers. That'll end it off here in our first game of 2. Make sure to stay tuned here on the Corn Belt League Network. Just in about an hour, we'll have the Royal Blue Dogs and Bombers in our second game here at J.J. Axelson Field. Tuesday Night Baseball coming right up after this.